everybody, welcome to Monster Energy Supercross, the official video game number 2, where today I'm going to do something new, and it's going to be a normal now, because remember my prediction shows and my review shows that I did, and it was like just one random boring picture. Well, now that I have my my headset for my gaming, kind of doing what Start Your Systems do. Not for views, just to get my opinions on the race and the upcoming weekend. So I got my video schedule planned out, finally. So basically, before we get into what we're going to mainly talk about in this video, let me give you my video schedule. So basically, like today on Thursdays, like the prediction shows, we're going to do a preview to the upcoming round, and I will race the track in the official game, like the stock. Like right now I'm on the stock Oakland track. And then on Friday we're gonna do a track editor video where I will build the upcoming track they will race on the weekend. And then Saturday I'm gonna give myself a day off and watch the race, watch practice and everything, make my picks for Rocky Mountain Fantasy. And then on Sunday, we will do a race review on that track that I built on Friday. And then on Monday and Tuesday, I will try to do a funny Supercross the game commentary. And on Wednesday, I'll give myself a rest day. So, you guys are getting like, what, 4 or 5 days out of the week of my videos. So, as you can see, we are on the stock Oakland, 2018 Oakland in the game. I'm gonna start playing Supercross 2 a lot more because I really don't play this game often. So I have the ghost mode on. So as you can see, we are in time attack, and if there's something big that I want to talk about, I will go to a full-on 20-minute race, but I don't know how long I'll be talking, so we're gonna do this. So basically this weekend is Oakland. Just to recap, Glendale real quick if you haven't heard my thoughts. Roxon looks really good right now. He really does. So give him all that, like give him all the credit right now. He's really doing really well. So my next point, Oakland. Who will win it this weekend? I really don't know. So if you watch my other prediction show videos, we did the top 5 for each class. I will do that, but I'm gonna talk a little bit more. So last year's Oakland, I mean the previous year race, the only thing I go off of for that is the track. So yeah, we're really not going to go off of last year's Oakland because Cooper Webb won it, Marvin Muscan got second. Obviously Marvin Muscan's not racing this season. And what else? Who got third last year? I think it was like Tomac I think got third. And if you're wondering why I'm riding as Tomac, no particular reason. But maybe he'll win this weekend. I don't think so. So let me go over some points that I want to go over. It's very hard to pick, I mean any weekend, but it's very hard to pick at Oakland because you really don't know. I want to pick Ken Roxon this weekend for fantasy, but the only thing I'm sketchy about is his suspension setup, if he can get that all straightened out, or will that be like an issue? And oh boy, and is his, like, I don't know, like how bad is this track gonna break down, or is someone gonna bring it, like, I don't know, Baggett did in Glendale, or who else, somebody. So I think this is an interesting weekend for Ken Roxon. I think I'm giving him till round, when do we go east? 7 or 8? Or like, I know a lot of people are giving him till Daytona to say, okay, this is real, this is actually going to be Ken Roxon's season. I'm giving him till we go east, which I think is like round 7. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I know San Diego's the last round, and that's round 6, and I will also be there. So I think it all, and as you know, Ken Roxon has not had the best of luck in Oakland. He 2014 had the points, so he didn't do very well. And in 2015, he had the points lead again and hit his face on a triple, or came up short on a triple, busted his nose and everything. That didn't work out well. 2016, I think he got second that year, but Dungey was on rails. 2017, he obviously did not race it because he had the big arm injury. And then 2018, he almost won the race, and in the section that I'm coming up to right now, like basically, if you haven't watched that race yet, what he does, and spoilers ahead if you haven't, he like kind of crossroads right here, gets super sideways, can't go through the whoops well, and Anderson passes him, comes back on him, but Anderson ends up winning that race. Like, Ken Roczen, other than like 2016 Oakland, he hasn't really had that much luck here at this stadium. Maybe that'll turn around this weekend. One rider that you guys really want to look out for this weekend, I think, is Cooper Webb. I picked him to win in fantasy for Glendale. I'm really dumb for doing that because he did not deliver at all. So I think he got like 4th or 5th overall. So, and Webb is really good if the whoops become jumpers. I'm not gonna make my picks for fantasy until the qualifying's over. I just want to see how this track breaks down. So it looks like an interesting layout. I'll build it tomorrow. It really does look like an interesting layout. I don't know. I really don't know what's gonna happen. So the dude I'm riding as right now, Eli Tomac, he won Anaheim 2. Straight up got beat in Glendale, and it's funny, if you haven't seen the press conference, the post-race press conference from Glendale, he straight up admits that Ken Roczen was faster than him. And you don't really see that from Eli Tomac, or at least, I haven't really seen that from Eli Tomac. Like, him straight up admitting that someone was better than him. So, we'll see. Ooh, I got very close right there. So, I don't know. So, maybe he comes out this week and dominates. The only thing I will say is Tomac in Oakland doesn't do very well either. The only decent year he had there was 2017, where he tracked down Dungey and won. But that's before he became horrible, and we all know what happened in 2018. Crashed with Bartwell. Got taken out by Barsha and didn't do anything. Last year was weird for him, but once again, when it's Supercross, when do we not get those weirdo races? Like Baggett winning in Glendale, that was super weird. That was really cool to see though. Who else? Zach Osborne. If you haven't, if you don't know, I'm pretty sure if you watched Racer X or Moto Aftermath Show, or like Start Your Systems race review on Glendale, if you don't know, Zach Osborne had a rough week in Glendale. We all know he went down a ton of times, but the red, not the red flag, the second race, he went down with Vogel, got up and made the restart, and got like 11th or something. Or benefited from that restart because he was like dead last off that crash. The third main event, he crashes with Chad Reed and then goes back to the pits, checks out his arm, fixes his bike, and obviously that race got red flagged too. So he came back on the start from the pits and basically raced to a 14th, 4th. Or actually no, he went down with Baggett, pulled off again, got 22nd. However, he was disqualified from that third main event, so even if he went out there and won it, for some reason, he would not have gotten first on the time charts or whatever. He would have gotten 22nd because he was already disqualified. So, weird night for Zach Osborne in Glendale, but I think he's going to be really good this weekend. We saw the deep ruts in East Rutherford last year. He really shined. Who else do we have to talk about? Blake Baggett, I think he's been doing well. Baggett's building, and so is Adam Cerulo. He kind of had some bad luck last week, kind of went down a few times, but other than those crashes, he was riding really good. We'll see. He hasn't, he's only raced one. He won Oakland last year on a 250, but if you go back and watch that race, he was really sketchy in that race. Somehow hung on to it. So I think it all depends on how this track breaks down. And hold on, am I missing anyone? Malcolm Stewart. So shout out to Brock, my good friend Brock. We were having this conversation today at school that Malcolm Stewart hasn't been doing well. I will tell you why Malcolm Stewart has not been doing well. You cannot start in like 13th, 14th, wherever he's starting, and expect to win or get like top 5. You cannot. The field's too stacked this year, and if he does, congratulations to him. But he needs to, because watching him ride this season and the little bit I've seen, especially at A2, dude, go back and watch my A2 raw video. I got some footage of him going through whoops. That dude is sketchy through whoops, but he flies. So I don't know about the whoops this week. They look pretty long and stuff. So, and they're probably gonna break down a ton. Oh my goodness, that was a big crash. So I don't know about the whoops this week. They might be jumpers, so Webb might like get the start and completely gap everyone. I'm not picking him for fantasy or anything, but he might just do that. Like, that might be a thing. So that's about all I got for the flat. We forgot someone. The 2018 champion, Jason Anderson. A win's coming for this dude. Win's coming for Jason Anderson. I could see it. So he stole that one from Ken Roxon away, but this track was so sketchy in real life, the one that I'm riding on right now, so sketchy in real life. So he has a win coming. I don't know about this week. I might put him on the podium for fantasy because he's been pretty much, has he gotten podium every race? No, he didn't get it in A2. He didn't get it, I think the 2 Anaheim races are the only ones he hasn't gotten podium. So yeah, look for him to be good this weekend. He's going to be good this weekend. There's a lot of good guys. Fantasy, however, the wild card this week is 13th place, I believe. Sorry, everyone who watches the fantasy, the S Experts, and Chase and Christian, if you're watching this. I don't care what you say this week, I'm picking Vince Freezy for the wild card 13th place. I don't know, I just think that's a great, I don't know, I just feel like he's gonna get the start and fade 15th, 13th place. And by the way, if you haven't seen it, I made a video on this channel called Freezy Wins a Participation Trophy. It is funny, so I recommend you check it out. So moving on to the 250s this week. Obviously, Cerulo won the race last year, and Cerulo is in the 450 class now. But I think, hate me for saying this, but I think Faulkner's gonna run away with it at this point. I really do think so. Justin Cooper's riding good. It's gonna be between Faulkner and Ferrandis. Who knows? I heard a thing this week that I don't know when I heard it, but I heard it that Jet Lawrence, if he didn't go down to A2 and just took the second, he would have been second in the points going into Glendale. Who knows what he could have done at Glendale. I think he could have won a main event at least. but who knows? I honestly think if Jet Lawrence didn't crash at 8-2, he'd be probably the points leader because he was so good at Anaheim too, just wasn't willing to give it up. So I think he's gonna be good when he comes back. So, but we'll talk about that when he actually comes back. Ferrandis has speed, yes he does. But what does Ferrandis have that Faulkner pretty much dialed in on Saturday night in Glendale? Starts. Frenchie needs starts if he's gonna win these races going away. He cannot be starting in 4th place wherever he starts. Anaheim 2 is probably his best start all year, and that really wasn't great at all. So he's gonna be good. For anyone who doesn't know, unfortunately we have lost Christian Craig. He's gonna be out, I think, for the last 2 rounds of West before they come back. So basically, Geico Honda has nobody on the track. So and no fill-in rider. So maybe they put Jimmy D on there. Probably not. By the way, if you haven't seen, I was in the front row of Anaheim 2 practice. You can see some of the footage. I didn't get this on camera, but Jimmy Dakota, I mean, obviously on TV he looked pretty small on that 450. If he ever races a 450 again, go watch that dude, because he's way too small to be on a 450. That's insane. So I mean, it's not for fantasy, but I'll definitely pick a 250 winner. I don't know. I think this is Faulkner's race to lose. So here's why I say that. Austin Faulkner is really, well, he lives on the East Coast. He lives in Missouri. Obviously, he won his home race, and he won last week. And I was a little bit surprised by last week. I really was, because, well, not because he won the Triple Crown, but because he won on that type of track. That was so much different than what he actually is good at. Like, he's good at these deep, greasy, well, he's good at the rutted tracks, like the East Coast kind of tracks. And I feel like this race here is gonna be East Coasty. Like, it's gonna get ruts, it's gonna break down really bad. I don't know, Oakland dirt is weird, because like from the time I started watching it, like 2010, well, 2011 was another race. From like 2012 to like 2016, it was like perfectly hard packed, everything. I don't know if they changed the dirt or did something to the dirt, but the past few years have been gnarly at Oakland, so I don't know what that is, but it's been gnarly, and I think it's going to be gnarly again, so, oh no. Yeah, that's about all I have here. The track map has posted on the Supercross YouTube page, so definitely go check that out. It's definitely not this way out here. This is the stock 2018 Oakland. It's going to be a good night of racing, I think. So, I think I should end this here. I'm going a little long. So, that's going to do it here for the preview show. Did I miss anything? No. Oh, by the way, before I leave you guys, who thought that Christian Craig was going to just do something to Dylan Ferrandis in Glendale? Like, I honestly, I saw it coming, and it obviously didn't happen. So, that's going to be the end of this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment your thoughts, and comment your picks for fantasy. I want to see them. Help me a little bit here. I mean, I have the Fantasy X Experts show to help me a little bit, but thank you all so much for watching. As I said, like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you tomorrow for the track build. Bye-bye.